flows across the floor. She stands beside a stranger now. Music swells behind the heavy doors. I watch her hand touch his arm. The guest list says I belong here. Bubbles in the dark rise in my glass. My throat feels dry like desert sand. Laughter echoes off the high ceiling. I look away to the exit sign. My pulse hammers against my ribs. Someone asks how I am doing. I nod and fake a wide smile. The drink shakes in a steady hand. Weight pulls me toward the basement. Fog windows burn. The wedding cake sits untouched. You make your vows to him. The aisle felt miles long today. We find love in the ruins. White silk meets the gray asphalt. I leave the party through the back. The parking lot is a quiet sea. You follow me into the dark air. Headlights flash against the brick wall. I grab your collar with both hands. The heat inside the car rises fast. Our breath clouds the cold glass panels. My passion hits like a crashing wave. We ignore the music from the hall. Desire moves quicker than the wind. I pull you closer to my chest. The intense silence breaks our pride. Keys jingle in the heavy ignition. The engine roars to a sudden life. Fog windows burn. The white dress stains the seat. We speak of forever in messages. The ring sits on the dashboard. Hearts beat through thin lace layers. The night keeps our dirty secret. I shift the gear into drive. Tires screech on the wet concrete. The red light glows like a warning. I press the pedal to the floor. Your apartment is 6 blocks away. We fly past the sleeping shops. The world disappears in the rear view. Fog windows burn. The red light means nothing now. We find a house of corners. The silk falls on the carpet. One night lasts a whole life. The wedding ends in the dark. The engine cools in the driveway. Silk rests on the wooden floor. Morning is a distant country. We stay hidden from the sun. The white dress is ruined now. Silver silk falls down my frame. Polished heels click against the floor. Tonight the mirrors know my name. The restaurant air tastes like before. Fingers trace a line on my palm. Under the table where we hid. Fake confidence keeps my spirit calm. You sit beside a brand new face. My perfume hits you like a blow. I move with such a quiet grace, letting the regret start to grow. Those sweet sounds belong to us. Watching you realize my hidden pain. The ache starts in my chest. I am wounded by the sight. Torn between the worst and best. Standing in this harsh white light. This is my final romantic test. Why did you leave? Every promise began to shatter tonight.
Pieces of us litter the street. My love was never a game. You watch me from your seat. I look better than your memory. The ache starts in my chest. I am wounded by the sight, torn between the worst and best. Standing in this harsh white light, this is my final romantic test. Why did you leave? The shampoo smell stays on my pillow. You look like you saw a ghost. My pride is a heavy billow. I am the one you need most. Victory feels like an empty host, walking out to the cold air, leaving the heartbreak behind the door. You can keep your empty stare. I don't belong here anymore. Let the silence settle the score.
I read your message 3 times. My thumb hovers over the glass. Type a short reply, then delete. The blue bubble stays empty now. I choose to send 3 words, watching the screen go dark again. A single notification light fades out. One tap removes your digital face. The grid looks better without you. Scrolling past the summer in Spain, each photo disappears into the white. Now the storage space is open. Above the lights we find a breezy kind of peace. The high edge feels so safe. Concrete steps lead to the sky. Nothing blocks the evening view today. This elevated view changes the scale. I see you by the bar. Our eyes meet for a second. The push-pull of the room. I look away before you do. My denim jacket stays on the stool. A purposeful reason to walk back. Flirting with the chance of hello. Above the lights, city noise turns into a hum. Romantic rhythm in the cool air. We stand on the gray gravel. Weight holds no weight up here. The world looks small and quiet. Deleting the playlist we used once. Removing the songs about the coast. Every track is a heavyweight. The tension snaps like a wire. I climb the final metal stairs. Cold wind hits my burning skin. The city map spreads out below. Above the lights, metal rails frame the glowing dark. We lean against the brick wall. Everything feels light and simple now. Distance makes the mess look beautiful. Clouds drift through the electric glow. No messages left to read. The jacket stays on the chair. Looking innocent, but now 2 years of silence ends with a vow. Rain hits the roof like a drum kiss. Street lights glow through the dark gray mist. Draft box holds 1,000 ghost lines. One little tap crosses all the borderlines. Engine idles while the tires start to spin. Fog day, windows hide the parking lot lines. I grab your collar to pull closer, running every red to reach your stairs. Intense hunger makes the world move faster. We mature beyond the old quiet fears. Ooh, heavy roots grow under the concrete floor. I don't need the safety locks anymore. Every mistake was a lesson to learn. Watch the old bridges slowly start to burn. New skin fits me better than before. Desire drives me straight to your door. We evolve when the pressure gets high. The keys jingle in my shaky right hand. Following the map we finally planned. Cold wind bites at my denim sleeves. Wet pavement catches the falling red leaves. Step by step up the narrow hallway. No more hiding in the corners of today. Passion lights up the empty dark hall. Fog day, parking lots stay empty in the dark. Hands grip fabric to bring you near. The engine screams through the city streets. Better versions of us meet in the hall, learning how to keep the flame alive. We develop into something more. Stronger feet on a steady floor. Life moves in a steady pace, finding grace in this open space. Watch the way we grow up now. Heavy glass doors swing wide and slow. They stop talking when they see me. Polished floors mirror the gold on skin. Head held high past the front row. Every doubt feels like a distant ghost. Messages die down in the open hall. Steel frame building holds our breath today. Quiet band catching all the overhead lights. White silk trailing on the marble tile. Success fits better than they ever guessed. Their sharp glances cannot touch this hem. Holding the paper with the new name. Running a red light felt like flying. Victory smells like jasmine and expensive ink. Gold band on finger, signing the book with steady hands. Vows ring out in the quiet. The long white veil covers everything. True commitment needs no loud shouting. Flowers hit the floor like soft snow. Fog car windows hide the city heat. Grabbing your collar pulls the world close. Passion burns hotter than the midday sun. Intense hunger makes the clock stop ticking. Your desire leaves marks on my soul. Empty parking lots keep our secrets safe. Apartment keys jingle in the dark hallway. Gold band on finger, walking together past the old statues. The wedding cake sits on silver. Small tiny beads catch the morning. The promise stays tight like leather. Two rings sparkle under the arch. Marry me in the bright light. Let the world watch us win. Doors stay open for the truth. Everything is different after this day. We walk through the main exit. 3 in the morning feels like static. 14 deleted drafts hide in the screen. Your flat white order stays in my head. I walk past the counter and buy black. Thumb shaking, send waiting button now. The cursor blinks like a small warning light. Blue light washes over the bedroom walls. Laughing too loud at every single joke. Waiting for your eyes to find mine. One-sided rhythm keeps me awake tonight. Secret crush buried under a neutral tone. This unrequited habit needs a final spark. I never stopped waiting, taking a risk on the kitchen floor. Your name looks different in the dark. Courage comes in a quiet rush today. Being brave means I tell the truth. The unfiltered version starts right here. Maybe I am bold enough to speak. The fearless version of me stays inside. Every line I wrote was for you, wishing for a sign across the street. Reality hits when the sun comes up, but right now the ceiling looks close. I refuse to stay a quiet ghost. I never stopped waiting, typing the truth into the void. Memorized details are all I really have. Fearless words for a tired heart tonight. Your warmth border stays on my lips. Risking the silence with a heavy sigh. Staring at the photo on my phone. Feeling the courage pull at my chest. The unrequited story changes its pace now. Small movements making a massive shift tonight. I finally press send before I think. I never stopped waiting, watching the 3 dots dance for me. The air feels lighter in this room. Brave choices making the world turn slow. No more hiding behind a clever laugh. Everything I kept inside is yours now. Morning light touches the dusty floor. The screen stays lit on the bed. Bold steps in a quiet house. Courage is a loud and lonely sound. I finally closed my tired eyes. Why did you stay? The door frame holds your weight. Dust settles on the wood floor. Everything feels heavy and slow now. The hallway light burns too bright. Silence is a wall between us. Heavy bags lean against my shins. You lean back with folded arms. The clock ticks in the kitchen, waiting for one word of protest. Rain streaks the window like glass. My keys are cold in my hand. A secret crush dies right here. Why did you stay? My unrequited days are finally gone. That distant look is all I see. Your corner stretches across the ground. We are ghosts in this apartment. The lock clicks in the place forever. The door frame holds your weight. Dust settles on the wood floor. Everything feels heavy and slow now. The hallway light burns too bright. Silence is a wall between us. I memorize your coffee bean order. Small cup latte with no sugar. Salad drafts deleted on my screen. The blue bubble never turned green. I laugh too loud at jokes. Anything to make your eyes turn. This one-sided love is away. Why did you stay? The past is packed in boxes. Faded photos hide under the lid. Lost time fills up the cracks. You watch me leave the porch. The gravel crunches under my voice. Why did you stay? The door frame holds your weight. Dust settles on the wood floor. Everything feels heavy and slow now. The hallway light burns too bright. Silence is a wall between us. Remember faces in the dark mirror. Your mouth stays shut like stone. The porch light flickers once more. I hope for a single plea. The car engine starts up loud. Tail lights turn the world red. Empty spaces are you have. The street looks different at the night. My heart beats at normal speed. Every step feels like a win. No more waiting for your voice. The rearview mirror shows the truth. Why did you stay? The door frame holds your weight. Dust settles on the wood floor. Everything feels heavy and slow now. The hallway light burns too bright. Silence is a wall between us. Walking away from the yesterday. Leaves tumble down a driveway. The road pulls me further south. No more secrets in my chest. The door stays shut forever now. Stale confetti sticks to my boots. Bass vibrates through the floorboards tonight. Someone spills a drink on my sleeve. They spin in circles under red lights. I am a ghost in this room, watching the strobe hit the empty chairs. Nobody sees me standing by the wall. Ice cubes melt in my plastic cup. Condensation drips down to my thumb. The morning sun will find the wreckage. Sorting through old mail on the porch. Cleaning the mud off the welcome mat. Wait your turn. Karma takes the longest scenic route. Every debt is written in red ink. You move like you won the war, but justice lives in the silent dark. I am counting every single second. I held a book to hide my face, watching you through the library glass. Our hands brushed on the brass handle. Neither of us looked up or spoke. Walking the long way around the block just to see your porch light flicker. My first love turned into a target. Wait your turn. Payback tastes like cold iron today. The small crush has finally died. Someone should have warned you about me. The score is staying lopsided for now. Silence is the loudest weapon I own. I remember the house with yellow shutters. We were children in a tall field. Everything felt soft and easy back then. But
People sharpen like knives with age. You took the pride I carefully built. Now I watch the apartment start shaking. The foundation is turning into thin dust. Wait your turn. Revenge is a patient slow burn. I see you laughing in that circle. Ignorance looks so good on your skin. Every step you take leads to me. The bill always comes at the end. Settle it all tomorrow morning. The ink is finally dry now. No more walking past your window. Karma has a very long memory. Now I can finally leave.
Ice melts slow in my glass tonight. The bar light flickers with a steady white. You catch my eye from the far corner. My chest tightens like a heavy storm warner. I look away before you can see the panic rising up inside of me. The boots scrape against the wooden floor. Thunder kicks against my ribs right now. I wipe the moisture from my cold brow. Every breath feels short and paper thin. The room starts spinning in a dizzy spin. Fingers tremble while I reach for my keys. A quiet prayer whispered on my knees. The heavy tension fills up the empty space. I never stop waiting. Fading orange lines cut through the dark. The warm sunset leaves a burning mark. Your corner grows long on the bricks. Nothing else can give me this fix. A romantic haze settles on the street. The screen glows bright in the hallway. I read your words but have nothing to say. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times through, typing out a sentence just for you. Backspace clears the truth I almost sent. The short reply shows where the feeling went. Push-pull games keep us on the edge. My phone buzzes on the nightstand again. The walls are closing like a lion's den. I count the seconds between every flash, watching our history turn into gray ash. The soft glow hits the ceiling fan. I stick to the safety of my plan. Lies feel better than the honest word. I never stop waiting. Glowing clouds turn a deep shade of red. All those words we never actually said. The beautiful sky starts to go cold. Stories of us left entirely untold. We move like ghosts in the evening. I stand up and grab my keys. The cool air feels like a soft breeze. My denim jacket stays on the high chair. A calculated move while I fix my hair, giving myself a reason to walk back, following the lines of a familiar track. The flirting ends with a purposeful glance. I never stop waiting. Copper light bleeds into the deep blue. Every single thought leads back to you. The city looks like a painted scene. Romantic dreams die when the sun sets. I left it there on on purpose. Blue light takes over the room. The silence carries a heavy gloom. Maybe you will find it tonight. Wait for me under the light.
White phone screen lights the dark room. A familiar name dances across the glass. The motor hums against the wooden table. 6 months of silence, breaking seconds. Your old contact photo looks so young. Fingers hover over the green accept button. Static fills the space between the rings. Thumbnail slides halfway, then stops again. The voicemail box is probably already full. I remember tracing letters on your palm under that small table at the diner. Plastic chairs felt like soft back then. Now the quiet weighs 100 pounds. The vibration dies out in my hand. Answer the call. Your shampoo scent lingers on the cotton. One earbud plays our favorite movie score. Sweet memories wrap around the cold kitchen. The heavy house feels light tonight. My father wore his work boots then. He taught me how to stand straight. The morning kitchen smelled like toasted bread. Mother kept the scrapbooks in the hall. Every photo shows a hand on my shoulder. They gave me the map I use. The roots go deeper than the rain, sharing the left side of the wire. Music hums through the late night train. Steel wheels strike the iron tracks below. Love was a word written in the steam. I see their tired eyes in the mirror. They work the double shifts for me. The front porch light stayed on late. Answer the call. Romantic corners fall across the empty hall. The teachable moments are all I own. A parent leaves a mark on the skin. Grateful heartbeats in the dark silence. Pick up the voice before it stops. The ringing starts a second time now. Names flash like lightning in my palm. I spent years running from the familiar, but the pillow carries your lavender soap. Every lesson leads back to this door. Raising a soul takes more than time. I slide the bar to hear you. The table doesn't feel so small. Gratitude flows through the copper wire. Thank you for staying so long. Static hums through the kitchen radio. Old piano chords start to play slow. Coffee steam clouds up the window pane. The melody brings back your middle name. Dust floats in the yellow morning beam. Waking up from an old tired dream. Sunlight hits the floor like the truth. Why you calling now? I stay fixed on the screen, reading 3 times before I reply. Sentences kept brief and very dry. Sunlight reveals the immediate view. Staying present is what I must do. Why you calling now? Ice cubes melt in the air. Laughter drifts from the next room. Current mood keeps me grounded here. Seeing the world as it is, feeling alive your ghost nearby. Across the bar our vision collides, a magnetic push, pull inside. I look away first on purpose, the tension on the surface, flirting with the idea of goodbye. Leaving my jacket on the chair. Why you calling now? Green light means I can leave. Real life happens in the quiet. Corners shrink as the clock takes this curve. A moment feels like enough. Why you calling now? Fingertips hovering over. Send key. Brief words don't say much today. Feeling the real weight of air. Breathing deep and staying right here. Street signs glow in the afternoon. Clouds cover up the silver moon. Your name on the display screen. Not the ghost that I've seen. I'm aware of the hardwood floor. Walking toward the heavy front door. New light finds every dusty corner. Why you calling now? Floorboard creaks under my feet. I stay here in the present, aware of the silence I built. Everything is finally clear and real. Why you calling now? The radio plays a different tune, keeping the reply short and fast. No more ghosts from the past. Staying alive in the immediate hour. Walking out into the heat. The door clicks shut behind, and the street is busy today. Moving forward with no wait. Right here is where I stay. Yeah. The blue light burns my tired eyes. Unfollowing you feels like a surprise. One tap and the grid goes blank. My thumb hesitates above the metal bank. Digital ghosts live in the trash bin. Photos of us losing their thin skin. Everything gone with a single swipe. I never stopped waiting. Staring at a page I won't read. Through the library dust we both bleed. Metal doorknob catches on our skin. The long way home is where I begin. Watching your porch from the corner shop. Cozy sweaters sit in the cardboard box. Removing the songs on the digital clocks. That joyful playlist is a quiet hum. Each click makes my fingertips feel numb. Snow settles on the empty wooden bench. The coffee steam leaves a bitter drench. I delete the thread in the history line. Warm lights blink on every street. First love feels like a cold defeat. Bright ribbons tie the package tight. Something feels wrong in the winter light. The magical world starts to cave. I never stop waiting. Heavy books hide my search and stare. Thick silence hangs in the freezing air. Knuckles brush against the silver lock. Circling the block on the kitchen clock. Feet tracing paths to your front gate. The small crush is a heavy weight. Running late through the garden gate. Together means being in different rooms. Seeing the way the evergreen blooms. The tension pulls at the sweater wool. I never stopped waiting. Paper edges cut my shaking thumb. Waiting for the feeling to go numb. Steel handles keep the world apart. Cold sidewalk maps out my heart. Walk in circles until the sun rises. I never stopped waiting. Pretending to study while you sit there. Trying to catch a breath of cold air. Both hands reaching for the same entry. Standing outside like a lonely sentry. Counting the steps to your gravel drive. Final tap cleans the screen today. I look at the world another lights flicker and go dark.
Blue light burns my tired eyes, reading your text for the third time. Thumb hovers over the glass screen, writing a short reply to stay clean. I delete the words twice over, settling for a period and a space. The phone face hits the mahogany wood. My left hand catches a cold shiver. Heavy steps click on the stone tiles. I move toward the heavy oak exit, walking fast without a backward glance. The sidewalk wind hits my damp skin. Shoes skip over the concrete cracks. Music from the bar turns into static. We play a dangerous push-pull. Looking away first was my choice. A heavy fear fills the gaps. Every corner feels like a threat. I am scared to lose my grip. Don't look back. Leave the denim jacket on the chair. Forget the terror of the room. Steps getting faster on the asphalt. I was afraid of the quiet. Panic drives me to the corner. The tension sits behind my teeth, flirting with the idea of returning. My worry grows with every block. Nothing stays steady in the dark. The air feels thin and sharp. Don't look back. Red taillights blur in the rain. Your eye contact lingers like smoke. I keep my chin tucked down, leaving a reason to come back. The city post beats too loud. Walking until the lungs burn. The street light keeps me moving. Keys jingle in my shaky hand. One more mile to find home. I won't turn around tonight. Pillow smells like you. Blazing sun hits the glass. Corners shrink on the floor. I'm walking away now. Nothing left in the drawer. Closing every open door. Yeah, tracing letters on your palm. Under tables where we hide. White shampoo scents the sheets. I pull the suitcase outside. Shifting gears in the heat, moving down the asphalt street, leaving all the sweet things. Pillow smells like you. Moonlight burns my skin. Intense heat on the hood. Staying means I will break. Strong wind clears the air. High sun shows the truth. Blazing sun hits the air. Corners shrink on the floor. I am walking away now. Nothing left in the drawer. Closing every open door. Yeah, sharing earbuds on the train. Late night rhythm in my brain. Romantic words were a trap. Phone sitting in my lap. One last look at noon. I am leaving very soon. Love is not enough today. Pillow smells like you. Intense tire rays fall down. High noon makes no shade. Walking out of the fire. Strong grip on the wheel. Seeing everything so clear. Pillow smells like you. Blazing sun hits the glass. Corners shrink on the floor. I am walking away now. Nothing left in the drawer. Closing every open door.
leaving is the only way. Last bus stranger nearby of pretending, looking for my own room under this blazing noon sky. Finality in the dry heat. Pillow smells like you strong light, fills the room, noon makes the colors pop. Intense feeling in my chest. High road is the only. Everything is ending right here. Pillow smells like you. Blazing sun hits the glass. Corner shrink on the floor. I am walking away now. Nothing left in the drawer. Closing every open door. No more tracing your hand. Train rides on my own. Bright sun burns the past. I am finally gone now. Yeah. Ice cubes melt in my plastic cup. Laughter rises as the music turns up. Bodies move in a blurry streetlight frame. Nobody here even knows my name. I lean against a cold brick wall, watching corners stretch across the hall. My drink tastes like salt and lime. I need you. Great vapor covers the windshield air, grabbing your denim to make it last. My tires scream through a red light, running toward your hallway tonight. You are the one soulmate found. A Tuesday is written in heavy ink, walking right on the jagged edge brink. Your touch is a deep wild desire, setting the wet pavement on fire. We're always meant for this heat, moving to a frantic internal beat. Every pulse is a shared sudden spark. The empty parking lot is dead silent. This sudden passion feels almost violent. Raindrops hit the metal roof hard, playing our very last secret card. Your collar bunches up in my fist, disappearing into the heavy thick mist. The engine cools down in the dark. I need you, pushing limits in the front seat row. But where we end, I will never know. Finding the perfect rhythm in the air, taking every single risk we dare. You make my life feel complete. Waiting for the tide to turn. Intensity in the cold space, tracing every line on your face. I never stopped waiting. Heavy boots click on the marble floor. I push through the heavy mahogany door. Every eye in the room turns sharp. The ticking clock sounds like a harp. Ice melts slow in a crystal glass. Nobody moves to let me pass. Your corner falls across the textured rug. Who are you now? The quiet air feels heavy and still. Simple truths are a bitter pill. My phone screen stays dark today. The calm surface starts to gray. One-sided messages fill the empty hall. Who are you now? I memorize your roast and bean. The silver tray stays polished clean. Silent drafts deleted in the dark, waiting for a single tiny spark. Laughing loud at jokes not funny. Yeah, your coffee order stays in my head. 3 shots of espresso instead of bread. I never buy the cup for you, keeping it a secret crush so true. Natural instinct makes me hide the truth, wasting all the morning of my youth. Success is a jacket that fits me well. Who are you now? The peaceful silence breaks the glass, watching all the doubted hours pass. A slow breath leaves my tired chest, giving all the unrequited love a rest. Every word I wrote is gone. Who are you now? Standing where the walls fell high, the sun begins to light the sky. I wore the coat, you called the lie. No more reasons left to try. Walking tall through the soft line. The country air was soft and slow, far away from where the doubts grow. It was natural to leave you behind, cleaning out the attic of my mind. Simple life is all I really need, planting every single quiet dream seed. Look at the harvest in my hands. Are you now? The calm sets in like winter snow. There is nowhere left for us to go. Ice cubes rattle in the silver bowl, losing every bit of my control. Your face looks like a fading ghost. Who are you now? The red wine stains, the white lace. I finally recognize this strange place. You look smaller than I once thought, seeing everything that my work bought. Victory taste like a mountain stream. Peaceful valley calls me back home, across the fields I used to roam. Unrequited paths are overgrown and dead, leaving all the heavy words unsaid. The room goes quiet and I leave. I don't know you anymore. The simple life is outside, calm waters, then open gates. No more ghosts to chase, walking toward the green hills. My thumb hovers over your name again. The blue light burns through the thin curtain. Type a quick greeting, then hit delete. Cold taste, it's bitter and incomplete. Corners are stretching across the floorboards. I keep practicing these unspoken words. The quiet hallway feels miles too long. Don't say a word, pretending to read while you sit there. I watch your page from the library chair. My hand brushes yours on the brass knob. Electric pulses make my pulses throb. Walking the long way to pass your door. The sun is rising over the hill. Early morning keeps everything still. This small crush feels brand new. I am finally starting to see the view. First love is a bright green light, breaking through the edge of the night. The sky is changing its gray coat. I count 30 steps to the corner store. My sneakers drag on the grocery floor. You look up from the poetry section. I quickly pivot in a new direction, checking my watch for a ticking trick. Morning birds call from the oak tree. Don't say a word, the book stays open to page 49, waiting for a look or a subtle sign, like a sudden bell beginning to chime, taking the path that leads to your porch. The city starts moving down below, walking faster as the mist clears, leaving behind all my heavy fears. The morning is finally here.